I'm joined today by Ashley Cain from Moovahome. Ashley, how are you doing?
Not bad. How are you doing? If you good?
Yeah, I'm very well, thank you. I'm very well. But we're here today to talk about one of your suppliers in particular, and that's PayProp. So I just wondered if you
Indeed.
could give us a snapshot, if you like, of what life was like before you started using PayProp, and then
Wow. Yeah.
yeah, if if we can remember that far.
Yeah. It's a few years back now. So we've been going for 20 years now, and we use the management software system where the rent came into the bank account. My accounts team would log on. They'd probably print it. To be fair, they'd work through the rents, then they'd schedule it onto a system. They'd print it. They'd create a statement, and they'd manually pay the landlord, pay the tradesman. Then tell the system that the rent's been paid, so the receipt would go through. Then the tenant would email us and say, "Could we have a receipt for our payment? Did you get it?" And we're like, "Yeah, we knew we did." So that was the old-fashioned way. In time, we worked out that it was around about 12 minutes per rent payment to be processed, plus the cost and the data, probably breaches, along the lines of scanning it, printing it, storing that documentation.
Yeah.
That's what we used to do. And as a business owner and kind of hopefully forward thinking in a way, we kind of looked at it and said there must be a solution, a safer, faster, more efficient way of doing this and take out all of those processes in the meantime. And looking into the marketplace, we found PayProp. So yeah.
And so now that you're using PayProp, that sort of 12 minutes almost per landlord per property to make a payment, what does that now look like in terms of the time spent?
It equals probably about 20 seconds each payment, if that, and that's on a slow day. In fact, it was one, I'll just tell you a story. I was my account staff, I've got 2 members of staff that work full-time in accounts, or I did have. It's changed a little bit now, thanks to PayProp. One of the things we did, we actually, I sat at a bus stop one day because I was going to a seminar in London. So I got the bus to the train station thinking leave the car. And I remember my account staff, for various reasons, were off that day. And I sat at the bus stop waiting for the bus, which was unique for me because I hadn't caught one since school. And I did about 38 payments in about 3 minutes while I waited for the bus. Everybody got an automated statement. The payment hit my account. All the landlords were happy. I knew which arrears I had, who to chase. And I thought the bus hasn't even come. I could do this every day.
And that is, I'll tell you something, that is a superb accolade for this particular software solution.
Yeah, for the product. It's unreal. Yeah.
If you can make it so simple that somebody can actually use it from the palm of their hand at a bus stop, and literally do that, because before that manual process of checking, double checking, we were all sort of having to do that, and we didn't have any software to rely on that would automate it. And so to what degree, in terms of you introducing that to your accounts department, were they like, this is the best thing since sliced bread, or were they like, oh, we don't like this is different?
That's the one, David. So no, everybody's got to innovate. During the last 3 or 4 years, I think every business in the world, let alone UK, and let alone the letting industry, we've had to change. If we don't change or innovate and sort of cheat in a way on some of the process that's the long, old-fashioned processes, the companies are not going to survive going forward. I think it's going to be a hard enough slog as it is, and the world is hard. And I think if you can take out the boring slog bits and automate any of the things you can make human errors on, and we're all as good as we think we are, we still make errors. If you can take that out and shorten the process, it becomes more slick. You can use that time in different parts of the business. So we want to use it in customer service. So going back to your question though, David, to be brutally honest, some of the account staff were quite scared and anti it. However, from using it, they were like, wow, sort of like the eureka moment. Yeah. And they were like, this is amazing. I can see this takes it out. And there's lots with this system in particular, PayProp. I mean, I'm quite probably an advocate of it, in the fact that they've got some add-ons. You can get automated invoices coming into your system. So we don't even look at, well, we do look at the invoices, but the invoices come automatically into the system. So that's taking away more emails. We don't get the tenants ringing us saying, did you get my rent an hour ago? Well, they know, because as soon as we processed it, they know. They get another emailed receipt. So I think it took some time to get used to it, but the minute they saw the benefits, it was a wow moment. And everybody in the team now is on board. Even the sales and letting staff, they even go onto it and see where a tenant's at, do a landlord statement. People are bought into it. And I think that's, once you see the benefits, which takes a little bit of time, a short period of time, you can absolutely, everybody buys into it. And
I think that's probably testament as well to the sort of reliability of this particular piece of software as well, and the system that it uses.
Yeah.
Because you know that you can, I mean, let's face it, we're dealing with other people's money here. This is immense. That if it went wrong, this could go very wrong, but you're able to rely on that, aren't you?
Yeah, if the reliability wasn't there, as a business owner, I'd be panicking. Now I know exactly what's in bank, what's coming in. I can even budget really for the end of the month. Go, okay, we've got X amount in this month. In the next, I looked this morning, actually, in the next 12 days, we're going to get X thousands of pounds due in. Okay. I know I can pay everybody and it's only the 16th of the month. So, you know, that's in it, you know, looking a bit further and maybe getting out my little violin. However, if you've got the reliability, which this system seems to have and does have in abundance, it's epic as a business owner. I think it's a no-brainer. It comes with a cost. Everything does. However, you have to do cost versus value, in my opinion, as a business owner. And this is one thing that we're never going to get rid of now. It's epic.
So it's obviously got massive value to you guys, which in terms of the time it's giving you back to concentrate on other things in the business and free you up for more, I suppose, productive activities, because that's what it comes down to. It's doing all of that, but is it also delivering a great enhancement of service to the actual end beneficiaries? So I would say your landlords, your tenants.
Yeah.
Is there a perceivable improvement in customer service on that end of things?
Yeah, so percentage-wise, I always work on percentages. About 95 of our clients, overall landlords and tenants, absolutely love it. We're always going to have that small percentage that can say, oh, but we'd love to go back to the old days. We all would. I'd like a black and white TV. I'd like, you know, I've got 3 teenagers. I'm sure I'd like the tough love I got as a kid. However, things move on. And that's a big thing for us. I think the end users loved it. I think the landlords, once they get used to the statements, and to be fair, it's where we're now, February 23, but a date on it. They've just, PayProp are always innovating their product, and they've just released new statements which seem to be well perceived. The overviews are brilliant. So I think coming into making tax digital next, you know, in the years to come, whenever the government bring it in, these type of things with PayProp, they're going to be doing quarterly returns straight away. You can do your tax return and stuff like that. And these products they're bringing in and talking about, it go even further. So that 5% that go, oh, I like the old days, will reduce down to sort of 1 or 2% over the next 6 months to a year, I believe.
I think that's I mean, it's a great percentage anyway, isn't it?
I mean,
an enhanced service,
Yeah, I always work on the 80-20. If 80% of people are happy, it's a good product. And if we're in the late, you know, top ends of 90s, excellent. So I think that all works really well. I love the fact of the automation of once you set it up, if the tenant stays for 3 or 4 years, which is our average as a company, every month we don't have to do anything apart from, we know it's automated. The rent's invoices going out, the tenant's going to pay. If they haven't paid, we click a little gentle nudge reminder. It's even got all the arrears chasing on there. So you can't automate the whole business, but the basics you can automate. In the hours we've saved, I've got all the numbers are ridiculous, so it's good.
That is a lot of heavy lifting taken out of a management department, in terms of what it takes in admin and other tedious sort of bits of time, and that's what it does. It frees them up. So real perceivable difference for both your staff and also your customers in terms of after sales service and customer service. Do you get a decent amount of support when you need it?
Yeah. What I love about PayProp, and this is as an owner, everyone thinks we're intelligent as owners and we've got the answers to everything. I'll be honest with you, let's break this myth. We haven't got a clue half the time on stuff where, you know, I've got a really good understanding of this, but techie stuff, first thing I do is going to make a phone call outside the office and ring up PayProp. How do I do this? And they always laugh because I say, I've got to have a team out do it. Every time I've rang up, I think the longest, and I've rang up a few times because I like to delve into the ins and outs of any product, just so I know as best I can, so I can then educate the team, they can educate clients. Every time I've rang up, the longest I've waited online must be about 90 seconds, 2 minutes max ever. And it's always a local agent who understands me, if I can say that. And it's well perceived. The information is straight to the point. They log on and see exactly what you're doing. They talk you through it. One thing I couldn't get my head around was on a certain bit of the product, I couldn't work out what I was doing. I said, it must be user error. So I was being stupid. I said, I've rang you 4 times. And they said, well, we've told you this, let us email. And they've emailed us in dialogue as well. And we've worked out it was something I was doing at the start, setting it up. And that was the 4th call. But there wasn't even a frustration on the 4th call. I thought, wow, you normally get someone different every time. There's a whole team of them. But I think that works instead of having a one-to-one person. I've still got an account manager that I can ring up for the bigger pictures. When are you bringing this in? What are you thinking of this? I mean, and my account manager always picks up the phone first time or texts us back. I'll call you in 20 minutes. I'm on a call every day. If we ever need anything, they answer us really well. So I think the support package probably isn't sold enough by PayProp. I think that's probably their hidden gem, is their support. And I think that's something that if I own the company,
that's really lovely to hear, because that's the perfect mix, isn't it? A really sort of effective product that's always being evolved, and they're bringing out new versions of it, but also you've still got great customer support backing that up. So I think it gives an agent what they need. So I've got to ask you the big question that we normally end on. Would you then recommend this to other agents that aren't your direct competitors?
There's the key to it. I'll recommend PayProp to everyone unless you're in our area. If you're in our area, I'm like, nah, awful, mate.
That's the best accolade the supplier can get.
Yeah, that's it. I think it's brilliant. I think also the other thing I'd say is some of the stuff they're bringing in, like the maintenance reporting that's live now, stuff like that, and some of the other automations and bolt-ons to the system, second to none. So yeah, really good company. Keep doing what they're doing. Don't stand on your toes, because don't stand still, because I think they're always looking to improve, which is brilliant. So yeah.
Ashley, thank you very much for your honesty and your time.
No worries. Thank you very much, David. Take care.